Hello, Luke Bouchard here, and this is today's Forgiveness Declaration, card reading, and draw. Number 65. I forgive myself for believing that my possessions will bring me peace. Okay, so let's take a look at what I wrote for this reduction. Status is a demanding mistress, for it mandates that we be vigilant in keeping up appearances. Yet, no matter how much effort we exert looking outside of ourselves for contentment, it will never fill the gap we feel in our lives from our perceived separation from God. And the Course in Miracles quote I chose with this is, "Seek not outside yourself, for it will fail, and you will weep each time an idol falls. Heaven cannot be found where it is not, and there can be no peace excepting there. Each idol that you worship when God calls will never answer his place. There is no other answer you can substitute and find the happiness his answer brings. Seek not outside yourself, for all your pain comes simply from the futile search for what you want, insisting where it must be found." Yeah. Yeah, I know I know this one quite well. I'm very aware of thinking my possessions will bring me peace, regardless. It doesn't matter if it's my my university degree, my coaching certificate, my which was 4 months of intense work for my life skills coaching certificate, my pilot's license, which I got when I was 21, the jobs I've held, the positions I've held, the status I've gotten from that, the status I get from being a white tall male, that definitely I like that. From my hybrid that I drive, it's all about my possessions, and I have to extend this to relationships, the women in my life, and how this is definitely something that plays into that, and that I've had to look at actually quite recently. So it's we get a lot of identity from our possessions and things that we use to represent who we are. It's like holding something up and go, you see, this is who I am. This is what I'm about, and that is just the problematic, and really based on what the ego wants. And the reason it's problematic is that it takes our focus off our connection with God. It puts us back here in the battleground. It makes us think that what we see is important. And when we engage in looking at our possessions, what we're really doing is we're judging other people for how much possessions they have, or I do anyway. Maybe you don't. But yeah, it's this idea that somehow our possessions make us better and more worthy, and somehow are an indication of who we are and our success, our status. And I know this world is based on status in so many ways. Whoever has the most toys wins kind of bullshit. And it's, something I think I will always have to be vigilant to not allow myself to be controlled by that. Okay, this image. Now, this was taken at, this is actually a couple years ago, at the Mutart Conservatory here in Edmonton. And it's a pretty cool place. It's like these 3 pyramids that are all these different biospheres that are, you can have. So there's a desert biosphere that you go into, and then there's a tropical rainforest one, and it's it's a very unique space. And I don't know what you call these, but yes, it is meant to be a suggestion of a very phallic. That wasn't accidental, especially with my positions will bring me peace, and so yeah. So interpret it however you want. I'm Luke Bouchard, and thank you so much for watching this video. And I just want to remind you that our possessions will never bring us peace. It might give us temporary peace, but then we're slave to them, and we're held hostage by those possessions. And when they don't fulfill our needs. And what do? We go and look and find other possessions to fill that hole that's missing from our connection with God. God bless, and I'll be here for another reduction.